there! Have you ever considered having an unconventional job, such as being a roller coaster engineer, a robotics engineer, or a music engineer? Well, you're in for a treat! These are just examples of some unique jobs that you could seize as a STEM graduate. Now, you might be wondering, what is STEM, and how could I have these types of jobs? Well, we're about to tell you that. But first, let us introduce ourselves. Hi, I'm Liv.
Hi, I'm Bets.
I'm Zoe.
And I'm Caitlin.
We are grade 12 students from Philippine Science High School main campus. And today, we would like to welcome you to Roadshow, an informative video where we educate and inspire those who are curious and interested about the field of STEM.
Roadshow is made in collaboration with Youth for Women and Technology Incorporated, a SEC-registered non-profit organization that aims to break the gender barrier and make a difference using technology. Now let's proceed to the rest of the video.
In 2013, President Benigno Aquino signed into law RA 10533, or the Enhanced Basic Education Act. He said that it would redefine our education system to make it more globally competitive. The program follows a K-6-4-2 model, wherein the last 2 years is to provide students with academic skills and competencies that they would need in the workplace. Does this sound familiar to you? Well, this program is also known as the K-12 program, and one of the declarations under this would be the introduction of 2 additional years in high school, where students could choose their own preferred track. They can choose from the academic, the technical vocational livelihood, the sports, or the arts and designs track. And under the academic track, they can also choose from ABM, or the accountancy, business, and management strand, the STEM strand, or the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics strand, the HUMS, or the humanities and social sciences, and GAS, or the general academic strand.
To briefly describe HUMS, the Humanities and Social Sciences strand is a path that allows students to delve into a wide range of topics, including art, politics, history, and philosophy. Additionally, the track also allows students to develop their interpersonal and communication skills that would help them contribute a more human perspective to an otherwise technologically advanced society. Some examples of popular courses that HUM students can pursue in college include creative writing, literature, history, philosophy, and speech communication.
In comparison, the ABM strand focuses on equipping its students with financial and accounting knowledge as well as corporate strategies, so that in the end, their students would also be able to transform their ideas into products and services that could potentially have an impact on the world. Commonly taken courses in college that are related to ABM are BS Entrepreneurship, BS Business Management, BSBA Economics, BSBA Marketing Management, and BS Human Resource Management. However, for this video, we will be focusing on STEM, or the Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics path. This allows students to take on more science and mathematics related subjects with a goal in mind to help address or solve the country's pressing problems.
Most probably, when you hear the word science or math, you might think that the only possible career options here are to become a doctor or an engineer, because that's what your parents told you while you were growing up. But what they didn't tell you is that there's actually a massive range of choices that you could take. For example, if you were to study the agricultural track, you could help find solutions that would benefit our Filipino farmers and fishermen. Or maybe you like informational science and you want to become a data scientist, where you could help discover trends and patterns in communities. Or maybe you don't want to do either of those options and you want to take up a quirky and unconventional career, just like the ones we mentioned at the start of this video. Well, there are so many ways to do that, and it actually might be a bit confusing to do so. So with that, here's a short step-by-step process on how to become a STEM professional in the Philippines.
Let's have an example. Maybe, as a high school student, you wanted to be a chemical engineer since you've been interested in manufacturing industries specializing in paper, food, and even clothes. Here's a simple plan that you can follow. So for the first step, you can take on the STEM strand in your senior high school so that you can be equipped with the foundation of math, chemistry, and even physics. After that comes college, and then you can take on a bachelor's degree in chemical engineering. During this time, you would learn how to solve complex engineering problems, conduct procedures properly and ethically, and try applying these principles in global, environmental, and economic situations. In your fourth year, another requirement is to have an internship or on-the-job training in a company or an agency that specializes in chemical engineering procedures. This is an important phase as it helps you apply your learnings and experiences in a real-life setting. After graduating, you are then required to pass the board exam for chemical engineers given by the Professional Regulation Commission. This step is crucial since you cannot practice or work without a license. After that, you can finally go into the working scene. You can be employed in various industries related to mining, quarrying, electricity, gas, and even water supply. Advances within the workplace depends on any additional training that you plan to take. Some people gain further advanced knowledge and experiences through taking a master's degree, and they are the ones who usually have more difficult responsibilities and independence in the workplace. Like I said, there are a lot of STEM opportunities that exist in the country. Unfortunately, there is still a major problem that you should know.
Despite these many job opportunities in STEM, recent statistics have shown that the interest in STEM is slowly declining in the Philippines. But maybe you would ask, based on what statistics? Well, in the Philippines, despite STEM being the second most enrolled career path in the academic track, with around 228,621 students as stated by DepEd last 2016, there are still insufficient STEM graduates. According to the Commission on Higher Education, or CHED, completion rates of STEM areas in the year 2016 to 2017 was only 21.1%. Furthermore, on the same year, EduTech also found that the Philippines has a shortage of workforce in the STEM field. To find out why, we can start with asking, why are people discouraged from pursuing STEM? Well, there are three known factors that can contribute to this. First, we have the subpar quality of STEM education in the Philippines. We have yet to resolve the issues regarding the unpreparedness of schools and teachers to teach STEM, considering that the strand was only recently added into many schools as part of the K-12 curriculum. Many schools and even teachers have encountered problems when it comes to the lack of knowledge, facilities, and resources. Although there have been interventions, such as providing a bigger budget, the results of these interventions have yet to reflect on the number of graduates and workers in STEM.
There are three possible major factors that can contribute to the lack of STEM graduates in our country. In 2016, the World Economic Forum showed that the Philippines ranked the lowest regionally among ASEAN neighbors when it came to the quality of science and mathematics education. This is because aside from being underprepared in terms of the foundation on STEM topics, especially with the current implementation of the K-12 system, students may experience a greater learning curve, coupled with the difficulty in adjusting to new environments, which is a possible factor in our country's low number of STEM graduates. The second factor could be the lack of support. The lack of facilities, funding, resources, and just general support for STEM in our country plays a big role in the dwindling interest of STEM. With STEM being one of the most in-demand strands for senior high school, getting into STEM-related courses has become more competitive than ever. Factors like the lack of scholarship opportunities to the general lack of support from their parents may greatly affect students who are at a disadvantage compared to more privileged applicants who have the financial capability and the support of their parents to enroll in STEM courses. This feeling of being at a disadvantage could lead to them being discouraged to continue pursuing their path in STEM, despite taking it up in senior high school. The third factor would be the lack of awareness. It might not seem like much, but it is actually a big contributor to the issue at hand. I mean, how can you be interested in something that you don't know about? If there is a lack of awareness for the careers and opportunities in STEM, then people will not be interested in pursuing it.
The next question we should ask is, why is there a shortage in the STEM workforce in the Philippines, and what may have caused it? While there are a lot of factors that contribute to the small STEM workforce, one major factor could be the lack of budget allocation for research and development. This is reflected through the limited resources for STEM in the whole country, ranging from school laboratories to research facilities. Because of this, it has resulted to most of our STEM graduates moving to or staying in highly urbanized areas such as Calabarzon and Metro Manila, or even go abroad to pursue better opportunities for themselves. But why are people, particularly women, discouraged from pursuing STEM? As most STEM fields are male-dominated, as seen in the figure beside me, there are wide gaps between men and women in STEM when it comes to experiences of workplace discrimination. According to a study in 2018, women in STEM are much more likely than men to have experienced discrimination at work because of their gender. The gender disparity in STEM fields or jobs has led to discrimination in various forms of inequalities, such as inequalities in pay, inequalities in promotion opportunities, and even evaluations of performance. With such an unwelcoming workplace environment, women are discouraged or intimidated to continue pursuing their desired STEM careers. In the same study, it was found out that about half of women in STEM consider discrimination a major factor behind women's limited representation in various STEM occupations. Gender discrimination, together with the media's focus on male tech geniuses, further emphasizes the need for female role models in STEM.
Because of the disparity in gender inequality in STEM, movements have been taken in order to bridge this gap. First, we have a global project by UNESCO SAGA, or STEM and Gender Advancement Project, which aims to contribute to improving the situation of women and reducing the gender gap in STEM fields in all countries at all levels of education and research. Other organizations are also taking the lead to bridge the gender gap in STEM. One notable organization in the Philippines that works towards this goal is Women in Tech, or WiTech. WiTech believes in providing underprivileged students access to technology and tech education through their Women in Tech Teach programs, or WeTeach, together with major initiatives such as WeReach, WeTalk, and Campus Roadshow. You could also do your part to help address the issue at hand by asking people around you about STEM. You could ask your teachers, classmates, friends, or even relatives. For all you know, they could have a background in STEM or know someone who does. You could also help yourself become more aware of what STEM has to offer by searching through the internet using keywords like STEM, STEM college courses, and STEM jobs and careers. Another option is to join organizations like the ones mentioned, or even pursue a college course that's STEM. There are so many ways to help. All you actually need to do is to take action.
Now you might be wondering, who leads WiTech? Well, WiTech was started and is presently headed by Audrey Pe, a college freshman studying science, technology, and society at Stanford University. Audrey started WiTech when she was just 15 years old by writing blog articles from her own bedroom. Now, WiTech has over 15 chapters globally who have impacted over 1,500 students. And the original blog now has over 44,000 views from over 100 different countries. But she's not the only Filipina in STEM. There are so many other women that we can look up to. So with that, here's a rundown of 7 Filipina women in the STEM industry. Another Filipina college student in STEM is Hilary Antales, a student who graduated from Philippine Science High School, Eastern Visayas campus in 2018 and is currently a college sophomore at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, where she majors in physics and minors in astronomy and philosophy. She is a science communicator who is probably best known for winning the Breakthrough Junior Challenge in 2017. Now, she is currently an undergraduate researcher at the MIT Kavli Institute for Astrophysics and Space Research. But before she went to MIT, she had a gap year where she traveled all over the Philippines giving talks on science, reaching over 5,000 people and impacting even more on social media.
Another Filipina working in the field of science communication is Camila Navarro. She is currently based in Singapore, working as the community and editorial executive of the Asian Scientist magazine. She graduated from UP Diliman for Molecular Biology and Biotechnology, or MBB, and she earned her master's degree in science communication from the Australian National University. One of the projects that she's working on is called Pinoy Scientists, which is a social media platform for Filipino scientists. She works on Pinoy Scientists with Reynabel Reyes, another Filipina who you might know as the Filipina who proved Einstein right. She graduated from Ateneo de Manila University in 2005 with a bachelor's degree in physics. and earned her PhD in astrophysics at the Princeton University. She is best known for her research confirming the general theory of relativity on a cosmic scale, proving how galaxies millions of miles away can form clusters.
If you're interested in pursuing medicine, you should meet these next few women. Our first person is Dr. Gia Season, who you might have heard from one of the many mental health webinars that she has spoken to quite recently. Dr. Season is a doctor specializing in occupational therapy who graduated from the University of Santo Tomas. She is also a mental health advocate and a breast cancer survivor and advocate. Currently, she also serves as the Philippine leader for the Livestrong Foundation. Another doctor we have on our list is Dr. Villa Roderos, a physician who graduated from the Ateneo de Manila University. She's the co-founder of Project Duyan, an initiative for sustainable geriatric health and wellness that aims to help the health and well-being of our Filipino lolo and lolas. She is also the Chief Operating Officer of Alaga Health, a healthcare app that can provide health services with a tap of your phone. She is currently a research consultant for Healthcare Without Harm.
Finally, in the field of robotics, we have Miss Mylene Abiva, a pioneer in bringing robotics to the Philippines. She is the current president and CEO of Delta Multimedia Incorporated, a company that aims to promote quality education. In 1999, her company spearheaded the first ever Philippine Robotics Olympiad, and in 2012, the Philippines sent its first all-girls team to compete internationally at the World Robotics Olympiad, where they garnered a gold medal. And that's 7 Filipinas in STEM. But this number will only continue to grow as we keep bridging these gaps. You can become a woman in STEM too.
If you're just getting started, WiTech is here to help. Join our team now and become a member to help educate, inspire, and empower. Or, if you're not ready for commitment, you could always join one of our events. From We Teach, wherein we teach elementary and high school students how to code, or our annual Women in Tech Conference, or WITCON. This March 26 to 28, 2021, WiTech will be holding its first virtual Women in Tech Conference that you could enjoy in the comfort of your own home. Join us for #Rewriting the Code, a third iteration of WITCON, where we'll be showcasing Philippine women in STEM and new developments in the STEM field. To stay updated, you can always check out our social media accounts or at Facebook at facebook.com/witech.org or in Instagram and Twitter at witech.org. You can also check out our website at www.we.tech.org.
We hope that this video inspired you to pursue science and technology. We can't wait to see you in the STEM industry one day.
Once again, we would like to thank our main partner for this project, Youth for Women and Technology Incorporated, for making this possible. Goodbye! Thanks for watching!